Welcome to Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. This is your host, Chevar, joined by your other host, Chevall. Today is September 10th. How you doing, Biko?
Doing good. Just been hanging out, doing my usual thing, staying inside 99% of the time because people don't know how to do anything right. No, it's been all good. Been playing a lot of Tony Hawk that came out last week. I'm excited to play that. I've been playing a lot of it on stream. Actually got copyright claimed a fucking bunch because YouTube's the worst. So can't upload those to YouTube anymore unless I turn off the music. So not too happy about that. But the music's so good with it, so that's the good part. You know, the music's good. But besides that, yeah, no, I've been good playing a lot of Tony Hawk, which is literally still plays like a PS1 game. Trying to finish up Tsushima, but it's long as shit. And I started Avengers, and I can't figure out exactly what kind of game it is yet, but it's fun. It's like Destiny. It's like Destiny with Melee, but it's got a story mode, and I don't know how much. So are they planning to like add stuff later in terms of like DLC missions or like whole like things like Destiny does? Like, because the loot system's a lot like Destiny, and the matchmaking's like that game too, and all that shit. Even the UI is kind of like it. I mean, I don't know, great game, really fun game. I like it. I like the loot system and everything. I don't really mind that people's gear can't be shown because, listen, first-person shooters do that a lot, and I'm good on that. But yeah, no, it's fun. I just need to play it more. I'm just still stuck in Japan right now.
You're still stuck in what?
Japan, Tsushima. Gotta save that fucking island.
You'll never. You've been playing that for like 8 months now. When are you gonna finish that game?
When I feel like it, because I don't rush through games. I play them till I feel like I finish them, 100% of them.
All right.
What was that face? What do you mean, Chevar? When did you finish Persona 4?
I just haven't.
You never finished it. No, you never finished it. Don't talk to me about that.
There's a difference.
You got no.
I stopped playing it. You've been playing Tsushima.
Yeah, and guess what? There's a difference between 6 years and the game count in July, Chevar.
I haven't been.
It's been 2 months.
For 6 years.
Chevar, the game came out 2 months ago. Sorry, I like to play games and play through them and take my time with them. Not, just mash through things and play and just mindlessly play it for 7 hours straight until it's finished. That's just not what I like to do. So play it until I fucking play it. I've beat multiple games while I've played it. I mean, those games I'm playing for a little bit too. So I'm not rushing through the story. I'm on the third act. I only got like a few more missions left, but I'm doing all the side shit.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay, I don't care for your condescending attitude because you're not gonna finish the game until fucking like December. So don't talk to me about this. And you don't finish any games unless they start with N and end with H. So I don't want to hear about it.
What does that mean?
What was the last game you beat? That wasn't Neo.
Let's see. I beat Dark Souls.
I said the last game you beat that wasn't Neo. I didn't say before Neo because you beat Dark Souls before you beat Neo.
You mean since Neo?
Yes. What have you actually beat?
I haven't played anything since Neo.
Okay.
What are you talking
about? For everybody listening to this, remember when Neo came out? 2017. 3 years ago. So he's telling me I take too long. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. He's beat Neo 1 and Neo 2. I forgot. My bad. I forgot. Those are his 2 games he's only ever played. Because every time I ask Chevar about video games, he ain't got shit to say. I think he beat Last of Us Part 2 finally. I think he eventually beat that.
Yeah, I beat Last of Us. Thank you. I beat Last of Us 2. You're just defeating your own argument.
Did you beat Dark Souls 3?
You're kicking yourself.
Did you beat Dark Souls 3?
Dark Souls 3 for a
Did you beat
45 minutes.
Dark Souls? No, you didn't. Okay, then stop talking about starting games and not beating. Oh, it took you so long. At least I start the games and then beat them. You're the one who buys 300 games and then you can't even start them.
Talking about you starting games and not beating them yet.
What are you talking about? Tsushima, I'm almost done with it. What the fuck are you talking? What game have I started recently that I haven't beat?
Neo.
I beat Neo. I just didn't tell you because it was boring as shit. I slept through the end of it.
What happened at the end? What's the last
I
boss?
don't fucking know. I skipped all the cutscenes because I was really fucking tired of this shit.
No.
What else?
That cutscene.
No, I don't care. I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember. It was like 2 a.m. I didn't give a shit. What? I've beat plenty of games. I beat more games than you have in the past 2 years. I can guarantee that. Because Chevar likes to complain about, oh, it was me. I don't get to play video games. I don't get to play video games.
I guarantee it. I
don't get to play video. Oh, now he wants to switch the topic back because he realized I got him in a corner because the only games he played are not even Soul games. They're Soul likes that he hasn't even like played. He keeps replaying them.
Boy.
Just Neo and then Neo 2. Oh, he hasn't even beat Uncharted 4. He never played Uncharted 4. None of it.
I was biting at your elbows and you're acting like I came at your neck. All right, look, it was just a side
Why you
comment,
beat Tsushima yet?
All right, I didn't know you were that close to Tsushima, and that was like I didn't know that was your.
I don't take
video game boo.
I don't take critique from hypocrites. That's all. I don't like that, man. Let me know when you've beat another game that doesn't involve a sword or a samurai or something.
Why is that important? I don't get why it has to be a game without a sword, have a samurai.
Because that's the joke. Because that's the joke, Chevar. Those are the only 2 games you played in the past 2 years, and you always want to be critiquing my completion rate. Oh, you beat Last of Us 2. And then what? Did you even beat Last of Us 1, the game you started before that?
Yes, I've beaten Last of Us.
No. I said the game you started before the second one came out. You know what I'm talking about. You started a new game. Did you finish that one?
I only
Don't talk to me about this, boy. Let's go.
I mean, you asked a question. You want an answer?
Because you're about to give me an excuse about, oh, I did it for Mom and Kalonica or something. You didn't even finish the game.
I owed you a beating of Last of Us the First. I didn't know.
You do when you start critiquing my completion, like how long it takes me to complete games, like I'm a fucking speed runner. Yeah.
No, I was just saying.
Oh, it's taking you 2 months to beat a game that. No.
I'm just saying. I was just saying.
Did you platinum Neo 2 yet?
You've been playing. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
No, how'd you do that with the DLC already?
What? You platinum before the DLC?
No, I mean you don't count platinums unless you get the DLC too. You get the trophy, but like there's more trophies.
I played the DLC for literally an hour and a half on 2 weeks ago. An hour and a half. I'm sorry I haven't triple platinum.
See, there he goes. He throwing it back. He's like, oh, sorry I haven't completed the game. Oh man. Ooh. Anyway, hey, you're not done with Tsushima yet. I don't even have all the weapon slots yet, but are you done with Tsushima? Get that out of my face, man. I don't need that.
Oh, you ever hear of a nerve? Because I hit it, man. How do you like the Tony Hawk? You said it plays like a PlayStation 1 game, and that's
no, it's a good way.
It's
a good thing. No, they actually made the controls from Tony Hawk 4, so you can do manuals and reverts and shit and continue your combos. But no, it's really fun. All the classic maps are back, so they reskinned them and made them look modern and like they aged and stuff, which is really cool. Same thing with the skaters. There's a shit ton of stuff to do. There's a bunch of challenges, shit ton of trophies. Creative Park is really fun because there's a lot of stuff you can do. I mean, it's just like the old Creative Park. It's just you put a bunch of crazy shit down and do stuff. It's only $40. 50 if you get the special edition, so you can get like an extra character or something. But if you like Tony Hawk at all, and I'm not talking about like the new one because the new one's been trashed. Like the whole thing is everybody agrees that they've all been trashed since like
the new one.
Since like American Wasteland, they've been garbage. Is pretty much the consensus. So this one is they actually use the original code from the first few games, like as a base, which they haven't done since like Underground or something. So that's why this game is like so similar. The tricks work the same. A lot of people who've been playing the original one said it plays like almost like exactly, but they improve the physics and stuff. The game works the same too. You upgrade your skater to do different things in Skate Tour. You unlock different ways to outfit your character. There's different, tattoos you can unlock. Like it's really cool. It's a fun game, fun diversion. I can put like hours into it. I've been streaming a lot on Twitch, multiplayer with Haley, playing horse and trick attack and tag and all that shit. But yeah, no, really fun.
See, I watched that stream.
Yeah,
I watched it back. You remember that song where that little white guy talks about how he thinks he could beat Shaq at a basketball game?
Yeah.
What's that song called? And who made that? I don't know. It's something like Beat Shaq. Little blonde guy, right?
I don't remember exactly.
Now, the reality of that scenario would be Shaq completely just slapping that kid in the face with his penis.
Why is
dunking on him all day?
He wouldn't even have to use his dick, really. I mean, you just like flick him.
What I saw from you and Haley, I saw you were trying to hold back. I knew you had manuals and wall flips that you could have just popped out and destroyed a game of, what was it called? Tupac? Top Cop? Whatever. I don't know what you were
Tupac? Combo Mambo? Or
I don't know what word you were spelling, but I knew one thing. You were holding back, bro.
No. Okay, so I know what stream. No. I know what stream you're talking about. I was still getting a grip on the game, and I did not know how reverts worked yet. I thought reverts worked anytime you hit the ground. No, reverts only work when you hit the ramp, and I only saw that because, one, I didn't play the tutorial because I was so excited to play the game. I said, fuck that tutorial. I know the controls. I'm a real man. And two, I learned it from the tip trick screen when it was like, hey, press R2 when you hit the fucking bottom of the ramp so you can actually continue your combo. So
you're still keeping it up now. You're still keeping up the facade.
No, I didn't know back then. Now I know. And watch the stream after that one. I was whooping her ass after that. Then it wasn't really funny. I was getting like 200,000 combos and shit. It was really hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, so what kind? I mean, all right.
What? What kind of what?
Because it just feels kind of unfair. It's like watching. I don't know. It just feels unfair watching you play competitively against Haley.
Okay, listen.
She doesn't have the memory, the finger memory.
Whoa, scoring on her, man. Why are you doing that?
I'm just saying, it's just not fair.
Okay, I play too many video games. Well, let me rephrase that. I play more video games than she does, so that's why. No, and I agree. It's kind of funny because sometimes I'm like, damn, like, all right, I reached 50,000 in score attack. All right, well, I guess I'll just sit there for a minute.
Die in Undertale, and she taught me really well.
Okay, that's not true. That game, it's a bullet hell. If you beat that whole game without dying, you're fucking magical. I've died a lot when I played that game. I died a shit ton when I played that game. You haven't even played it. You don't even know how hard it is.
I watched her play it with my eyes.
That's not the same thing as playing it. It's not.
What do you mean it's not?
Yeah, so, get Tony Hawk. It's great. It's a fun game. Get it so that they can do more stuff, like release more maps or remaster, like, Underground 1 and 2, because that's something people really want. A lot of people consider Underground the best games.
Because of the story mode. Like I forgot that the original Tony Hawk was just like, hey, dude, points, hit the words, get the letters, okay.
Okay, so do you not, well, you probably don't remember Underground's story mode very well, because that was it was the same thing, but with cutscenes in the middle of it.
But hold on. There were optional quests. You'd have to find people to tell you, hey, go skate on the fucking tanks in Russia. You'd have to it's the
same thing.
It's not the same.
I think it's the same thing.
You had a rival you were trying to kill, and you had gangs that would shoot at you. Remember the crackheads?
You didn't have rivals you had rivals you were trying to kill. You're trying to beat them in skate competitions.
They tried to kill you.
Yeah, they tried to kill you.
If someone's trying to kill me, I should be trying to kill them.
Okay, Republican. Yeah, so yeah, no, it's really good game. I just think you should get it. The creative skater stuff is fun. And hey, good tip. Whenever you're multiplayer, everybody's stats are maxed out anyway. So make a creator skater if you don't want to play as one of the old guys. That's
bogus.
It's always been like that. I mean, it's always been like that.
Pump my guy up.
Well, no, Chevar, that doesn't make any sense because guess what? In like a few months, all the people who are going to be playing online, they're all going to have max stats anyway. So what's the point? Why not just start everybody off at max stats? That's like being like, oh, if you didn't unlock all the characters, you can't use all of them online. Like,
not everyone invests in the games that way.
So they should be punished for not investing if they want to go online?
Video games literally punish you for not being good enough and not playing long enough. That is what most of them do.
Chevar, they'll get beat either way then. If they get you see me and Haley, if she got unlimited stats too, does it help her beat me? No. So
exactly. There's a balance. You get rewarded for time or you get rewarded for being balls ass to the wall good.
Okay, so once again, just give people unlimited stats. I don't see the point in fucking over people that may already not be good at. Like, no, just Chevar. They do that in fighting games already, and with some things. And Injustice, they did that for rank stuff, and they do that with Mortal Kombat too. So I don't know what you're. Anyway, I'm not gonna argue this with you. I'm not doing this. That's different because it's a different game. Okay.
No, not because it's a different game, but it is different.
Okay, sure. I'll just go ahead and accept that.
What?
I'll go ahead and accept that. I'll accept it. Yeah. What is that?
It's over 9,000!
Loud.
News time. First of all, thanks for watching the show. We got 4,000 views on that last YouTube upload.
Yeah.
And you guys are really helping us do stuff like get more attention.
Yeah, no, keep watching. Eventually we'll pull all these off of YouTube and you have to pay for them. $20 each, like mini vids. It'll be great. Yeah.
Keep following the Twitter and subscribing on YouTube. Don't follow me on Twitter though, because I say some stuff that would probably get us.
He's just nationalist.
Canceled. I'm a nationalist.
He's just nationalist. No, I didn't say you're a nationalist. I just said you're nationalist.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's for the audience to decide. Confused. I don't know. I like being flagrant. I don't even care anymore. Yeah, no, thanks for tuning in. And thanks for everybody who's been watching the stream. I have 16 followers now on Twitch. Haha. 16. So, I need 50.
You're going to lose them all because you got to go to the main channel.
Well, no, I'm not. They're not going to unfollow me to go follow your channel. I'm still going to stream. You can stream from multiple channels, right? That's a thing. Restream.io. Go look into it. But, yeah, no, so...
Crazy.
Yeah, I know you can stream multiple channels, but... Yeah, no. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna play more Undertale. We're gonna play the whole thing on stream. It's gonna be the YouTube video is gonna change a little bit. We're just gonna start uploading clips of our playthroughs as like part 1, part 2, and all that stuff like that, instead of the whole streams. I'm gonna start downloading those, but we'll keep those for other occasions.
Long.
Yeah, no.
You know what Kalanka said the other day?
What?
Kalanka said a few things this week. The first thing she did, I was watching one of your streams, and she came in. She made some tea. She likes tea and shit. And then she came back like an hour later, and she just said, "Damn, is this a movie?" Like they've been playing a long time.
It's a live stream. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. People upload their live streams all the time. I don't see what the problem is. I thought that it was fine. Chevar is the one who doesn't want to take them down. So if you want us to put them back up, let us know. Because when I put them on Twitch, Twitch only keeps them for a certain amount of time. So we can only keep them so long on Twitch. That's why I put them on YouTube.
Okay. I have no problem with the streams being up, but I would prefer if they were cut down to like either you take one stream and cut it down to the 10 most cool badass moments. Then
that's not the stream. That's the whole point of watching. I put people's live streams on the back all the time when I'm working and stuff. Like I know people who enjoy that. So like I said, okay, if you're listening to this, at Super Chevy Bro on Twitter, email us at superchevybros@gmail.com. Do you want us to keep uploading the streams on YouTube? Because if you don't, then I'll stop doing it.
No. You have to rephrase that. Do you want us to keep
No,
uploading
Chevar. Stop it.
streams?
Stop it. I know, but no, Chevar. A 15-minute compilation of a 3-hour stream is not the stream. So that's why I'm not saying. That's why I'm saying.
Well,
that's not why I'm saying the stream. That's not the same thing. That's a completely different edited video. So that's why I'm not saying that.
If you let me finish, I said, 10 of the best minutes of 3 hours, or the 3 hours split into 5 parts.
Why split it into parts though? I don't. Who does that and why? Like that's what I'm saying. I think is that for your consumption?
Bruh, I just think it's hard to get. Well, first of all, the way it works in my brain. All right.
I know plenty of people who consume like 3-hour videos on YouTube almost daily. So
that's cool. That's good. That's real good. But that's not most people. I think most people are sitting in, grooving, getting ready for like 10 minutes max.
Yeah, but Chevar, guess what? Then the longer videos won't show up for them. I have plenty of people I follow who have full live streams that don't just pop up on my screen, don't just pop up in my algorithm. They're outside of that. I follow multiple people who do what you're talking about. They upload clips and they upload the full stream. They do both, and they're considered separate videos. So I don't see why people shouldn't be able to watch our old content and it's just gone in that, that whole live stream has just disappeared besides, 15% of it. That's not the same thing as the whole live stream.
All right.
Fuck you.
I mean, all right.
No, people who listen to this long enough know that that's Chevar's favorite thing to do. Let Chevar will say the last thing and then just go, okay, like that fucking crazy guy. Okay, okay.
That's not my.
I'm not trying to do that. That's just how you see it.
Chevar. If I were really trying to do that, I would have played.
You would have, yeah. Fuck you. Anyway, Super Mario 3D All Stars, coming to Switch on September 18th, next Friday. And it's got Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it on stream. This is cool. This is something that people actually have been anticipating for a while because everybody knew it was Mario's 35th anniversary. People have wanted these specific games remastered for a while now because Mario Galaxy 1 came out on the GameCube, Mario Sunshine came out on the GameCube, and 64 came out on the Nintendo 64. But it's weird because it's available until March next year. $60, all 3 games. They're all remastered. They all work with the Joy-Con. They have like the different fucking waggle controls that the Switch has that you can use in Mario. What's the other one? Odyssey. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I have a confession to make. I've never played Mario 64. We never owned a Nintendo 64, so I've never played it. So I'm excited to play it. Played Mario Sunshine, only the demo, because yeah. And I never played Galaxy. So I'm excited to play these. I'm going to play them a lot on stream because I love platformers and stuff. So it's fun to just kind of play through these. Why are you making your like squinted asshole face at me right now? What's going on?
Because this is bullshit.
Because Chevar doesn't like Mario. We all know Chevar doesn't like Mario or Nintendo.
No. I love me the Mario.
What's the last Nintendo console you bought?
I love it the Mario.
What's the last Nintendo console you bought?
I love it the Mario.
What's the last Nintendo game you played?
Look, hey, my ancestors did not fight for civil rights for this. We didn't
fight for you to do no scarecrow bullshit like that either. I ain't fighting no goddamn World War II. Fuck a war.
Nintendo is butt banging us all right now. What is this?
It's the least you can do after the bomb.
It's only available for 6 months.
Because that's how. Okay,
6 months.
Chevar, they've done this before, so I think it's.
Hold on. on.
They've done this before. So
They've done it
they
before.
do this all the time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Epstein did things more than once too. Was that okay?
Okay,
No.
you're comparing child trafficking to Nintendo price gouging and limiting things. I don't think that's the same thing.
No, you're talking about doing bad things once. Doing bad things
so they also announced. Well, I think the other thing they announced is more egregious because it's sadly going to make them a lot more money. Because this Super Mario All Stars thing right here, it is the second top selling game on Amazon right now, over like of all time. Second top selling game. We're on IGN. So they also released a Mr. Game & Watch in October. That's also available for a limited time, kind of like the Nintendo Classic and the SNES Classic they released before for a limited time. So yeah, it's like we were saying 2 or 3 years ago, Chevar. Remember we kept telling people stop buying this shit because they're gonna keep doing it.
Yes, but this is a little different. Even the Game & Watch thing is a little different. But like the Game & Watch thing, okay, I get it. Limited time, limited thing. It's a collector's
Oh, you get that?
item.
Okay.
It's old. No, hold on. That's not something that 90% of the fuck is it called? The Switch. It's not something that 90% of the Switch fan base is gonna want, right? That Game & Watch thing is mostly for collectors, and that's fine. And you have a limited edition. It's just like the fucking gold PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. It's just like anytime you have a limited edition of anything, it's a physical thing. It's for collectors.
Mm-hmm.
The Mario thing is fucked up though.
Why?
And it's more messed up that they told everyone because they know everyone's going to buy it. They're not going to have to worry about it because Nintendo people are drones.
No, they want to play the game.
Bad for consumers, bad consumer practices,
Nintendo
anti-consumer. Remember that PlayStation shit we were talking about? Anti-consumer.
Sure.
This is anti-consumer.
Okay, so my thing is that do you really think they're never gonna release these afterwards? That they'll never be available on the eShop for probably like $30 a pop at some point?
We don't know that, but what we do know is that they will stop selling it digitally and in store in March. We do know.
Okay,
that.
But like I said,
we don't know if it'll come back.
It will.
But we do know they're gonna.
It
stop
will come
selling.
back because there were 3DS games and there were also not Switch games. There were also Wii games and shit where they did the same thing like this. It was limited supply. They stopped selling it. Sometimes they didn't even announce it. They just stopped.
What is limited supply about an online game?
Stop it. What I'm saying is, what they do is that they stop production of it, and they do take shit off the store all the time. Nintendo has done this before. They won't even warn us sometimes, but it will be from one time to another. Wind Waker on Wii U, they stopped producing that after like 6 months. They stopped making it. It was limited supply. They just didn't tell us about that. They're telling us about this one because they know it's gonna fucking work. So here's the thing: they're probably gonna release all 3 of these individually on the store. This is probably just the time you can get it $60 all together because it's going to be exponentially more expensive in the future. And it's also probably not going to be in physical form in the future, which is fucked up. I agree. I think the digital part's fucked up. I feel like that's messed up. You're going to take away people's ability to buy something that is digital. So, I mean, like I said, I'm buying this because I want it. Like, I want it, and I'm not going to, like, what am I going to do? What else am I going to do? Am I going to do the stupid emulator thing?
What's the whole point of you telling me that they've done this before? I don't get the point you were trying to make.
I don't get why you're, like, surprised or outraged. Yes, we talked about this before. They do this all the time.
But it is outrageous.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
Surprised because it's Nintendo. Nintendo always does.
Okay, then I'll just shut the fuck up then.
Like
there. So keep going.
Relax, man. Keep going.
I mean, I'm just saying, I get it. I feel like the limited supply thing is very strange. I don't get it. But that's the thing. It's not strange. But you know what they're going to do, right, Chevar? They have the Nintendo Select system. In a year or two, this thing is gonna be like back at $50 or $60, and they're gonna re-release it. And it's gonna be like, okay, guys, sorry. Here's the wider production. Sorry. And then it's gonna be like, that's what's gonna happen. So my advice to people is if you really
okay.
What?
I'm asking you, why do you think they're doing this?
To gas people up, make them feel like they gotta fucking buy one right now. Chevar, the NES Classic, they released that shit like 3 or 4 times and said, oh, we ain't doing that shit no more, and then they kept doing it.
Oh, okay, but let me pose this. What happens when a Nintendo game comes out? Period. Whether it's Mario or Zelda or Animal Crossing, what happens?
What do you want me to say? People buy it and play it?
Just about everyone buys it. Just about. If you look at Animal Crossing, you look at
Great
Pokemon,
game.
all those fucking
Crappy
things.
game.
Just about everyone who has the system buys it.
Yeah.
Is that true or not? Okay, so what is the point of them trying to hype this one up more? If they know anyway, everyone's gonna buy it.
So
I mean,
can,
they haven't done that to the Zelda game that's coming out that we're gonna talk about. Everyone's gonna buy that. Why they do it to this?
because it's something that was in demand for a while, and they know they can juice it up. I'm not saying that it's okay or right, but that's why they're doing it. It's the 35th anniversary of Mario. These are three of the most requested games that they've had for at least the past decade that people want remade. Yeah, they're gonna be dicks about it, and I'm waiting to see what some of the changes are. They have redone all the sprites in all the games, it looks like, but as far as the limited quality thing, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I just think that
I think
it's based on it's just gassing up people based on Mario, trying to get all them sales.
I think you're wrong. I think the point of this,
Okay.
I don't think they're just gassing people up to gas them up because they're gonna get sales anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole point of this is so that after their March fucking cutoff, and it's March fucking cutoff. I mean, they're not the Disney Vault,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're gonna cut it off in March, and then they're gonna sell each of these games separately for full on $50 fucking dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
what
exactly what they're
exactly.
gonna do.
I already said that. Yeah.
Well, you said they was gonna come back. You didn't say they were gonna separate them.
I literally did say that. You can go back through this recording. Anybody listening to this right now heard me say that like 5 minutes ago.
All right, tell me the verb you said. I'm gonna search it right now.
Suck my dick. That's what I said. So Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy. I never played. Like I said, I never really played most of these actually. So I'm excited to play them. I don't like, Nintendo. My whole thing with them is this. I don't buy that many Nintendo games a year. I really don't. If I do buy games on my Switch, most of the time they're indie games. They're not Nintendo games. And this is probably going to be my second Nintendo game this year. My first one was Animal Crossing. Yeah.
Didn't Pokemon come out this year? When did Pokemon come out? No, that was last year.
Wait.
That was last year.
Fuck that game. Yeah, I know it was. It was last year. That was last year. The game sucks.
See, you heard about the new Nintendo Switch fucking 4K
Yeah, we talked
revision, right? So I was thinking, yeah, you know what? I might get a Switch. And after hearing this, I'm definitely not. That's just bogus. That's ridiculous.
Hey man, it doesn't seem like you vibe with Nintendo or any other game, so I don't think you should get.
I like Nintendo games. I don't like how Nintendo.
You like the price
stuff.
of admission.
I don't understand. And the best games in the world. I just don't want to waste my money.
I fuck with Mario Odyssey. That's all I'm saying.
They're already selling those game. Those Game & Watches, right? They're like $40-$50. Some people are selling them already for like $200.
Oh yeah, no, they know.
They decided that pre-orders. They're not going to open pre-orders. What country do you think buys the most is predicted to buy the most of those things?
Japan.
No.
America.
Yes, America. One thing everyone needs to know: Japan don't buy shit. It's when it comes to video games. They buy stuff. Yeah, they don't buy shit. No,
I know they don't buy consoles. I don't know they don't buy like
2 or 3.
I know they don't buy consoles, but I thought that they like some of the. I thought that the NES Portable and stuff. I mean, the NES Classic and stuff was pretty popular there.
Parents will buy stuff for their kids.
Okay.
Yeah, but this Game & Watch thing is not the same. That's a collector's edition thing. That's not the same. So anyway, pre-orders are coming out. It looks like in America last. So these things are already being sold on eBay for like $200-$300, and they're only $50 pieces of garbage.
Yeah, dude, that's Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm completely against everything.
Sounds like them.
They're doing. Yeah, well, sounds like Nintendo. Sounds like Nintendo.
Round 2. Fight.
EA responds to fan outcry caused by ads appearing in UFC 4 and removes them. So if you're looking at the screen right now, this is literally an ad that was shown to people who played UFC 4. If you own an Amazon stick or if you fucking breathed on YouTube within the past 2 or 3 months, you have seen an ad for the boys. So I'm sure if you booted up UFC 4, you probably saw this shit. And you might have been a little more like, okay, stop following me. I like the boys. I haven't watched season 2 yet. But I'd be pretty mad if this kind of just got in my fucking face really quick. Because I remember even back in the day, Fight Night games, I used to get fucking pissed seeing ads all the time in those. Because they would like pop up and just kind of stand on the screen. But and some of the 2K games too. But yeah, no. So like, wait, let me tell the rest of the story. So EA responded to the outcry because people complained on Reddit and on in their pages and everything. So the reason people were complaining about this is because the game had been out for like a week or two, and then all of a sudden ads started popping up. The ads weren't in the game at first, then the ads started popping up, and then this one was a full screen one that kept popping up, and people were like, what the fuck? Is this going to keep happening as things keep coming out? And then EA pretty much decided, no, we're not going to do that. So I like that because, listen, I don't care if it's a sports game. If I paid for a fucking game, and listen, I get it. If you're advertising DLC in your game, if you're advertising the sequel to the game, if you're advertising shit I can buy in the game, that's cool. I don't like seeing ads for shit that ain't got shit to do with my game inside of my game. I don't like that. So I agree. I don't want to see this shit. I think the outcry was kind of strong, but I understand the sentiment.
Well, I think the outcry was justified in its strength. I mean, I'm okay with ads. Like, on the mat, you have, like, you can see in this thing, there's a Reebok ad, and there's a...
yeah, that's different.
I'm sure there's a Monster ad somewhere. And I think that's fine, because it is, in a big way, part of the simulation. I mean, to see that. Just like on, football kits, you'll see Yokohama or whatever. I think that's fine.
I mean, in the fucking... what's it called? What's the game I've been playing? Whatever. Oh, Tony Hawk. Yeah, they have brand shit in there too. It doesn't bother me because it's functional. Like, it's not just in my goddamn
different.
face.
Like, that's different. That's there for the atmosphere. But the Amazon, the boys ad is there for an advertisement. That's all. It's really
bullshit. Yeah.
But we talked about this like 6 or 7 months ago when they did it in the UFC 3.
Chevar, that wasn't 6 or 7 months ago. That was like 2 years ago. Where has your time gone in your head?
No, that was not that long ago.
That was like 6 or 7 months ago, Chevar. That wasn't just 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's what UFC I said. 3. I said 6 or 7 months
No,
ago.
you didn't. You said 2 months ago. You can rewind
people, it. You hear what I have to... Okay.
You hear what you have to what? Right. If you're going to make me a fucking clown on this podcast, I ain't going to come back.
Biko, I said 6 or 7.
No, you didn't. You said
ago.
2.
And you said
2 or 3
years.
Yeah. I did say 2 years.
And then
okay, you don't have to go back through the... We're doing a show. Come on. What else you got to say about this?
What I got to say is EA bad. EA bad.
Okay, cool.
Look, I actually wouldn't be that... Like, the thing is that you pay for it. It'd be a different thing if UFC 3... if they're going to do the games like that, make them free and put ads in them.
Right.
Like, because what you're paying for $60, $70 is not worth it anyway.
Right.
Make it free and let people... let them put the ads in it. Make money from the ads and let people play. I mean, I don't know.
No, ads like this in non-free-to-play games is bullshit. They need to stop doing this. Because if I paid $60 for a game, don't put
ads
an ad
are
in
bullshit
my
anyway. But if you're gonna be at least ethical about it, put it.
Oh yeah, no, I hate ads. I've had ad blocker on past 10 years. Fuck ads.
Well, you gotta support people too.
No, yeah, when I'm on like YouTube and some stuff like that, I turn it off. But like some other places, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
And Twitch, I turn it off on Twitch too.
I don't like any ads, so unless support. All right, we just talk over this one. It's gonna keep playing. So, Biko are you like a big Robert Pattinson fan?
I like Robert Pattinson.
We talked about him a lot on the
He's got
show.
some good movies. Oh, okay. You want to talk about this, and we don't have to. Let's just speed through this one.
No,
Robert
fine.
Pattinson got
It's
COVID.
fine.
I thought people who like video games would care about the fact that the main character in a movie based on a comic book is sick with COVID, therefore delaying the production of the movie. I just thought that was something that would, make sense to our audience who likes things in that territory. It's not like Batman has any video games or is popular with people who play video games or anything like that. But that's all I care about. Yeah.
No, you're right.
No,
you're
yeah.
right.
No, but that's
You're
it.
right.
I mean, Chevar, I don't think Chevar has much to say about it. But yeah, the Batman.
No, I do.
It's supposed to be coming out. Really cool trailer if you haven't seen it. I think Chevar and Mom talked about it on their podcast when Mom knew nothing. But
She
yeah,
knew the
no
trailer.
Yeah, no, good.
She watched the trailer. I don't think I've watched the trailer yet. But
Still, did that come out like 3 weeks ago?
yeah, I did. But the thing is, I mean, he's got corona. I'm sure they quarantined him and all that stuff. But I heard they're still working on the movie. Like, the set people are still doing their set thing.
Where did you hear that
setting
from?
up shit. I don't know. I think it was on one of those entertainment Kim Kardashian things. You know that show's ending? That Kardashian show is done. That's crazy.
Anyway, no. Well, the last I checked, they did not continue. Like, the production was halted. Like, they're not doing anything. Because, like, I'm sure they're still filming a little bit of stuff, but, like, they can't do anything without the main actor. So, and, I mean, and by protocol, when somebody gets COVID-19 around everybody, fucking surprise, you gotta shut everything down for a minute, at least for 2 weeks. So, I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about that one.
Well, I heard.
Also, is there a picture for this one, or did you just forget to put it up?
How about next time? Oh,
You didn't like it when I pointed. I mean, so what do you want me to do?
You hush your mouth.
Oh, just let you put the wrong photo up. Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, we're probably not gonna see this movie until like the end of next year, probably. I would say so.
That'll be okay. If anything, it'll put the movie off by a month, right? A month behind schedule. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I heard on one of them things, Mom was watching it. I wasn't watching it. I was just like walking around the area. A, they're still doing stuff on set. B, he's quarantined with other people that were around him. C, W.
Yeah. No, but shout out to him. Hope he gets better. I hope that they continue making the movie. It looks good. I think he's gonna be a good Batman. I mean, better than Ben Affleck. I'm tired of fucking Ben Affleck. People acting like that was a good job. The movie was fucking trash.
Ben Affleck coming back.
I know he's coming back. He's still ass though. Ben Affleck's one of the worst fucking Batman, and people are like, "Oh my god, he's so cool. He uses guns."
Rocket League's going free to play, and it will not require the Plus or the online from Switch. So Rocket League announced they're going free to play, which is, I mean, smart of them. They've already got a huge player base that it's like how Fall Guys is now. Everybody's playing Rocket League back then, and people still playing it now. They're going to a free-to-play model, and you won't need PlayStation Plus. You won't need Switch Online. They worked that out. I don't know how they worked out, or I don't know how they didn't work out stuff with Xbox, because Xbox be trying to fumble shit.
Xbox does not fuck with free-to-play stuff. Because there are other free-to-play games on PlayStation and Switch that you don't need Nintendo Switch Online or PlayStation Network to play, and they do require it on Xbox. There are other games like that already. So Xbox is very fickle. Xbox loves to charge people for online. Because if you remember, PlayStation and Nintendo, they used to not even do that. So they were kind of like, okay, cool, you can have this free-to-play game. We still have our gold memberships. But no, Xbox has always been kind of an ass about that. So not that surprised.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just happy the game is lasted. I mean, Rocket League was fun. I don't play it.
It's lasted a long time. I mean, it's got a pro league. It's very popular on Twitch. Still one of the top stream games. A lot of people like to watch pros just practice online. It's very popular. I think it's like its own little Counter-Strike-ish community. Like it can stick around for a while. So yeah, no, I'm not shocked. But shout out to them. If you haven't played Rocket League, I would wait until it's free to play if you haven't bought it yet, or if you weren't lucky enough to get it on PS Plus 4 or 5 years ago. But really fun game to pick up and play, and you can get very like skilled with it. I knew friends who were crazy good at the game. I never got that quite that good, but yeah, no, check it out if you like driving and soccer, which is a big crossover apparently. Yeah,
Right. Football.
Soccer.
Witcher 3 is coming to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Holy freaking cow, and there's a free upgrade with it, which is good, right? If you own it, you get to play it.
Which should be normal,
CD
but it's
Projekt
not.
Red is, they find lots of ways to make people like them, right? The Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, it'll have ray tracing, faster load times, which to me, if you ask me, I think the ray tracing, with the next gen consoles or whatever, I think the things that people are gonna appreciate the most are the SSD because it's fast, and I think I don't know. I mean, it depends on what they say is true, but the super sampling I think is really what's gonna help the image of these consoles, because if they can super sample really well.
What is super sampling?
You can super sampling. Super sampling is when you want your game to look good, right? But maybe you just ain't got the juice. You just ain't got the juice. So what you do is you basically take a big image, make it small, but make it look nice. So if, for example, you could run a game at 540p and it looked 1080p, or you run a game at 4K and it looks
so
better.
upscaling.
That's all. Kind of.
Okay, anyway.
Kind of.
So what about The Witcher?
Anyway,
what does it have to do with The Witcher?
Well, I think, think about it. If you could have these stronger consoles run The Witcher at what looks like a 4K or something, I mean, that's just badonk crazy. Yeah. I mean, even right now, today, I mean, next week, all of this will change because the new GPUs will be out, the 3080, the 3090. The next month, AMD will have their GPU out. But right now, at this moment, the only people who have the capability to run even try, I mean, it's not even consistent, try to run 60 frames per second, 4K on this system, those people are also people who went and spent over $1,000 on just one piece, the graphic card, on their computer. Which means if you look at the Steam stats, I think it's like 90% of the people play on 1080 monitors. 90% of the people have graphic cards that were made 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, consoles will never really have the same potential that PC has. But if you're that close, if it looks that good, what do you need it for? I mean, really, what do you need it to get a PC for? You don't. So, I think
unless you want to go that extra mile. But no, I get that.
Well, even now, so I'm debating getting the 3080 or even the 3090. But that 3090 is crazy expensive. It's like $1,500.
Yeah, no.
But when I look at the 3080, so right now the best card, we talked about this before, 2080 Ti. 2080 Ti has 8 gigabytes of DDR6 RAM.
What does that mean?
There are games that so that's how fast, I guess, a card can go. That just means think about this. the more RAM you have, the harder the graphics can be pushed with frame rates and
Right.
all that junk.
Right.
Today, in this, like right now, there are plenty of games that make the strongest card available for regular consumers right now kind of chug a little bit. Because 8 gigs of RAM is enough. The 3080, the new one that comes out next week, has 10 gigs of RAM. That's great. But the 3090, guess how many gigs of RAM the 3090 got?
Like 24 or something.
You was watching. You knew. That's
No,
good.
I guess.
Yeah, it's 24. That's a lot of RAM. I think it's even maybe too much RAM. But 10 gigs, I think is going to be too little in like a year. So, I don't know. I'm debating which one to get, which is a big debate because it's literally 100% more money. So
I would get the 3080. I don't see the point in getting the 3090. I mean, have you even played anything on your computer yet? What do you even play on it?
I played Fallout Shelter.
See, he built a fucking $2,000 computer so he could play the least
It's not
taxing game in the
2,000.
fucking world. He ain't got no mods on there. He ain't got Crysis on there. He ain't played nothing on that thing. He built that whole.
I do have-
ain't shit. Ain't no streams happen. Nothing.
Cause I'm doing stuff. I'm working.
Chevar, people
On
stream
stuff
at
on the
like 1
computer.
a.m. sometimes just because they be fucking around, you know.
I go to work at 5:30. Hush.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. Don't tell me fucking 1 a.m. stream. I'm doing stuff, man. And don't worry about me and my computer. You will see a ton of work done.
I can't wait until you get that
On this
3090 after never using that 1070 or whatever you have, and then 2070
70.
that you
Super.
never used it, and you're about to replace it. I just think that's
I
really
did.
funny.
I know. I did use it. I
For
did
what?
use
To
it. I
play
opened up
Death Stranding for
Stranding.
once?
It's beautiful, by the way. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so you played it once, and
It's a
then
good looking game. Huh?
yeah, I don't
It's a
see the
good
point.
looking
I don't see the point. I don't see why you built a PC. You haven't used it. I would have been playing my ass off on so many things, dude. I would have been streaming, and fucking around.
Do you want my 2070? I keep asking. You
No,
keep-
I
you
don't
keep
want it
giving me
because I
the
want to
wrong
build my
answer.
own PC that can do cool stuff.
2070.
Yeah, guess
you
what?
want a
And you're gonna
3070.
trade it up for something better. So no, I don't want that. If you're just giving me your old trash,
It's not old trash. I just bought the thing.
you're giving me You're giving me the outdated thing that you are. Okay, so then why are you replacing yours?
Don't ask questions.
Because you want a new one that's better, right? There you go. I hadn't even built one
No,
yet,
but-
so let me get the better one.
Numero 6.
And so it's like we're on fucking 4 since Robert Pattinson never left the screen.
Bruh.
Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Yeah, cool, good shit.
You were supposed to be doing this, not me.
I wasn't supposed
Why
to do
am I
this.
doing
I didn't even put this on here. You put this on here. I don't know why you put this
No,
on
bro.
here.
I'm saying the
and you cared about this.
slideshows. I'm sitting here
I
talking.
don't. I've never. Okay, people who've been watching the video podcast. I've never had control of the slideshow. So if you see a problem with it, that's him.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing. Listen, you cannot blame me. I lived in Japan for about 7 years. Okay, and I forgot how to do two things at once because
gosh.
you never have to do two things at once. There are times
not
you should
true.
be doing two things at once, but for the most part, you don't have to do two things at once. Give me a break, okay, my guy.
Right.
My
So
guy?
why'd
My guy,
you
right.
why'd you put Zelda on here? I didn't think you'd want to talk about
Because
that.
this new Zelda game, you Nintendo nerds.
Okay, but it's not.
Right?
It's not a mainline game. It's technically a prequel to Breath of the Wild, but it's not a traditional Zelda game. It's a Muso game. So it's a sequel to Hyrule Warriors, the original one. This one takes place 100 years. You haven't played Breath of the Wild, so you don't know. This one takes 100 years before Breath of the Wild, which a lot of Breath of the
I
Wild
know.
is based on the War of the Age of Calamity, or the Calamity War, or the Calamity Ganon, and all the flashbacks are from that period. So this is cool because you get to play as all the side characters and all that shit. It's a Muso game though, which if you don't know what that means, that's Dynasty Warriors. So you get to pick out fucking legions of enemies as one of these main characters, which is cool because most of these people were not playable in. None of these guys are playable in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
They were really cool characters. Urbosa's really cool. I really like the bird dude. He's really cool. Excuse me, it's been a minute since I beat the game, so I don't remember everybody's name. But I'm gonna play it.
Bird dudes.
I may not get it. I may not get it when it comes out. I'm not that hype about it. I never actually bought the original Hyrule Warriors, even when it re-released on Switch, because I don't know. I like to pick my mindless games and then stick to one for a while. And I feel like if I got Hyrule Warriors, that would be too many things to do in one game. And I just want to keep going through and smacking shit. Because I used to be addicted to Dynasty Warriors when I was like 11. I'm not trying to do that shit again. But, looks good. I think it looks great. They're using the same art style. Looks like the same engine as Breath of the Wild as well. It doesn't look like it's like a rip-off or anything. It looks like it's like, well put together. It looks like they're kind of playing with the formula a bit. I don't know of any other Dynasty Warriors games coming out besides the mainline ones, and those have been ass recently. So,
it just gets me how people are wanking off to this game, but then they have a big problem with Avengers.
Oh no, I fully agree. I think that those people listen. Here's my thing, Avengers. Here's one of my last things I'm gonna say about Avengers currently, because I'm gonna keep talking about it because people are gonna hate me because I'm gonna keep playing it and I'm gonna keep liking it. Sorry, fuck you. Here's the thing.
Whoa, don't talk to a guest like that.
Whoa. Man. Well, I love our guests, just not the ones who are blindly hitting on Avengers. Here's the thing about Avengers. It's got sort of an upgrade system. It's fun. You beat shit up, whatever, right? People are just hating on it because people are just hating on this game because it's a licensed game and it's not, the most perfect game in the world. I like what it does. It's a beat 'em up with RPG elements and superhero stuff, very similar to Spider-Man, the game that people praise the fuck out of, even though, let's be real, if you try to play that game all the way through, it gets old after a minute. And that's one of my favorite games for PS4. But anyway.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have that immersion that Spider-Man has, because in Spider-Man,
I agree with that.
You can
feel the Spider-Man,
do all your
you can high five people, you can talk to people.
The Hulk, I guess, cool. But to me, it's like these games, Hyrule Warriors and Avengers, they're not. I guess the way of making money.
They're not that different. They're as far as gameplay goes, they're not that different. You know what the first mission is?
As far as depth goes, I think they're probably not that different.
They're not that different.
Avengers is a little more deep, actually.
Avengers is a little more deep.
Warrior games all my life.
Hyrule Warriors just has a lot of unlockables. I have a friend, my friend Sasha. She loves the first one, and she fully acknowledges that it's a blind, you smack a lot of shit. And it's a lot of different weird puzzles that aren't that hard to figure out, but a lot of unlockables. So if you're an unlockable person, no, it's not. Hey, it's Nintendo. It's hey, if it's fun and you're an unlockable person, you can do it. There are games that person didn't enjoy that have the same kind of thing. But Chevar, we used to play the fuck out of Dynasty Warriors. Come on, dude. You know this shit's fun.
Yeah, I didn't say they're not
fun. Hyrule Warriors is fun. I played Hyrule Warriors. Fun game. I would have bought it if it wasn't $60. I could have bought it for $20 a couple months ago. I just forgot to. But he's rubbing his face a lot for some reason. But people are really excited for this because they're invested in the story. So I can't really blame them for that. It's the best. It's the closest we're going to get to Breath of the Wild 2 until Breath of the Wild 2 comes out.
Yeah. I mean, that's something.
Okay.
I don't know why you asked, why did you put this on the thing if you like talking about it?
I love Zelda. No, I love Zelda. I need to buy the original Hyrule Warriors. Probably won't pre-order this one, but I'll play it. I like that it uses the art style and the story of Breath of the Wild compared to, I don't know, I felt like the Switch. The last I think Skyward Sword. Yeah, Skyward Sword, that art style, that was the one they kind of used for the original Hyrule Warriors. That shit looks terrible. That's one of the worst 3D models of Link. I hate the art style for that. It is nasty. So I'm glad they went back to this one.
Ooh. I mean, I think it looks fine. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ubisoft.
Oh, you sure did do that.
Ubisoft did a thing today.
Ubisoft Forward. There's one thing from this that I really cared about. Now you'll know what it is.
What was that?
They're re-releasing Scott Pilgrim. Yes, because it's been off the store, and I've kept it on my fucking PS3, and I still have it on my PS3.
I feel like this was an inside job because it funny that for the past.
Do you know why it got taken off the store in the first place?
Why did it get taken off the store? Tell me.
They didn't have the license anymore, so they couldn't put it out.
Who didn't have the license?
Ubisoft. They lost the license, and their deal with Universal ended. That was the whole point. That's why they couldn't publish the game anymore.
So I think that this is all.
So listen to Chevar's conspiracy theory instead.
It's not that much of a conspiracy. It's literally only like 3 parties involved. I think they stirred up this whole... Because people have been upset Scott Pilgrim wasn't available, right? But they weren't that upset. Only recently did I hear about how... what's Mr. Scott Pilgrim guy?
Brian Lee O'Malley. No, he's been... Yeah. No, people have been very upset about that for years. The day it went off the store, people were pissed about it. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's been years.
Very popular game.
I wasn't seeing talk about it for years. Only in the past 3 or 4 months has it really ramped up where people are like, I really want to play my Scott Pilgrim. I wish I could play my Scott Pilgrim.
I don't agree. I've been seeing it. I don't agree with that point of view.
You don't admit that in the past 3 or 4 months that talk has ramped up?
No, I don't. I didn't. No, I'm not gonna agree with
People
that.
have been talking about Scott Pilgrim the same the past couple months as they have for the past 3 years.
Wow, Chevar, it's almost like an anniversary or something happened.
An anniversary to what?
The fucking movie! Chevar came out 10 years ago. That's the point. That's why people have been talking about it.
You are feeding into my city. Do not do this.
Chevar, yeah, it's the 10-year... Chevar, it's the 10-year anniversary of the game, too, Chevar. The game... came out 10 years ago, so guess what? People remember things on the anniversary of when they came out, and the game came out in June or earlier this year. So like earlier in 2010 it would have been, right? So people have been so people are going to remember, hey, remember that game came out 10 years ago? People do that all the time for shit that doesn't get re-released.
So do you think they got that license today?
No, I think they've been working on it. I think they were waiting for some other shit to happen, and then they got it back. Brian Lee O'Malley probably had to sign off on some shit, too, because it's his property. Because that was another thing he talked about, is he said, he didn't have too much control over it, but they said they would let him know when he can come back and work on it. I know more about the situation than you do. I don't think this isn't like a conspiracy. It's 10 years since the game and the movie came out. Game came out before the movie, and they're re-releasing it. It's time. They got the license back. I don't believe they got the license back last week or anything. They probably got the license back maybe last year. Maybe they've been working on this since the beginning of this year for all we know.
That's okay. But that's what I'm saying. If they got the license 6 months, a year ago, why are we hearing about O'Malley or whoever complaining about it a couple of months ago? That doesn't make sense.
Chevar. Because maybe he didn't fucking know.
So, okay.
Because, there's not that much work goes into this, Chevar. Okay, so Universal has the rights to the movie. Okay. The game is based on the movie, right? He probably isn't... I'll revise what I said. He probably isn't involved too much in the equation, honestly. He even said that before. He isn't involved too much, and he might have to sign a couple things, but he doesn't have any, will over it. So I don't agree. I don't think this... And like I said, sure, it's the 10-year anniversary. People are going to talk about it more. They did a script reading a couple months ago. They did a script reading over Skype. The whole cast did. Chevar, if they had the licenses last year, maybe he was drumming up drama and just, biting Ubisoft in the ass a little bit, because fuck them, because they held his game back for the past 4 or 5 years from anybody being able to play it. So I just don't see why not I don't see why you think this is like a planned thing. And guess what? If they got the license back last year, of course you wait the next year to when it's the 10-year anniversary. Then drum up more hype behind it. Be like, it's 10-year anniversary. People love anniversaries. Look at the Mario shit.
I think it was Ubisoft bots, but okay.
Okay. Sure.
What else they have at this Ubisoft thing? They
I
had
don't
that.
know.
They had that old Gods and Monsters. What's it called?
I don't know.
No, they changed the name.
I don't
They called
care.
it Phoenix. What's the name of that game, man?
I don't fucking know. I don't care. I didn't think most of the stuff was like really even entertaining. They showed more Assassin's Creed, right?
Maybe I didn't. I'm sure they did, but I know they had. What was that game? They had Prince of Persia. So Prince of Persia is coming back.
Oh, I thought
Sands
that
of
leaked.
Time
Oh no, it leaked, but then they showed
remake.
it. Right. Yeah, that leaked yesterday.
Fine. So Sands of Time, Prince of Persia, Remake. It looks like trash, man. It looks.
Okay,
it looks
say
like,
Prince of Persia, Sands of Time
do you-
remake.
Do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch? That's what it looks like when you go back and
Chill
watch that trailer. It looks
out.
like Celebrity Deathmatch. It looks really.
You could pull
bad.
it up on the screen if you could show it to us.
Nah, man. It's in
What's
here
the point of
somewhere.
putting it in the
It's
video then?
It's in here somewhere.
So what they got to
at?
say about Rayman? They re-releasing it again? Like what is this?
I know they got Uno.
I don't know
I know
fucking
that.
about no
Look at that.
fucking. Listen, hey, guess what? I don't care because I can't even play fucking Monopoly because Monopoly doesn't work.
Okay.
On
also,
the PlayStation.
Also with this Prince of Persia thing, because I was watching different people streaming it and stuff. Like a lot of people got to get over making fun of Indian people's accents. Cause come on, man.
Oh, dude, no, you should have just left it at Asian. Because people do the same thing for Japanese
So
and
they had-
Chinese people.
they had
too. They're
this
fucking
game
nasty.
here.
People are
They
so
had this
gross.
game here.
Is that it? Okay.
I keep forgetting the name of this freaking game.
Far Cry?
What? No, they changed the name. It used to be like Gods and Monsters or something like that.
I don't know.
And they changed the name to like Phoenix in something.
I don't know.
Immortals Phoenix Rising. That game kind of looked cute.
That's a terrible name. It's a fucking awful name for a game. They should have kept the original one.
Yeah, maybe. But look at this celebrity deathmatch bullshit on the screen, man.
Okay,
Look at that.
I'm sorry. Listen, you know what I want that they did for a couple. Oh my god, that looks terrible.
Tell me what you want. What you really want.
I want a 2D remake of another. I want another 2D remake of Prince of Persia, because I'm not.
Old Prince of Persia?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. Am I like an asshole for being like, okay, yeah, I beat those Prince of Persia games once and I'm good. I don't need to go back to like I don't care to go back to Sands of Time, dude. Look at
Well, like,
this.
from-
It looks like a DreamWorks movie released in 2004.
I mean, okay. See, this is the kind of thing that makes me question the difference between a remake and a remaster.
Because it
'Cause-
doesn't look like the original game.
It doesn't, but it also don't look good.
No,
It
I don't
looks
know
like
why they
a-
did that.
They should have made it like a game that looks good. That would have helped. The first thing, make it look good. I don't know.
Yeah, this looks rough.
It's a fun game. Here's the thing:
yeah.
I don't want an old 2D Prince of Persia because
do.
I remember the first time I played that game and I spent literally 5 goddamn hours stuck at the open sesame wall, and after that, I swear I didn't play games for like 3 months. 'Cause I
Yeah,
was
no,
just
rework.
done.
I mean, obviously rework it a bit. I mean, I just want a reimagining of it in 2D, not totally connected.
I think there
to
already
fucking-
is.
Yeah, I know. Do it again. Just kidding. But no, I mean,
No.
if they're gonna do Prince of Persia like this again, can we not do the remake thing? Can we just start over, since we already started over again when on PS3 and 360, and then we just never continued that. That game was cool. That was the one with Troy Baker in it, right? He was the prince in that one. It was like
I
the
don't
cell
give a
shaded
shit.
one. That one was good. That was a good game. But they just never did anything with it after that. They were like, cool, cell shaded Prince of Persia, and never again. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing. This doesn't look that great, but you know, if it plays good, I'll play it. It just doesn't look looks kind of plasticky. Looks kind of boo.
And then they had this Gonna let's go back here. They had this. I don't even know what to call it. It's like this sports thing. Okay, you remember that game with the? It was a lot of snow. Oh, what was that game called? It's like called Sled or something like that.
SSX?
No. It's Ubisoft put it out like a year. I think it was either EA or Ubisoft. Probably EA. EA put it out, and it's just a game about extreme sports, and you can parachute, and you can glide, and you can do snowboarding. But it was all hill stuff, right?
Sure.
Come on,
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll find it. It's an extreme sports game. It was free on maybe PlayStation Plus or something.
Yikes. I super don't.
And it's like an online game.
Not ringing a bell.
It had
Bells are dead.
EA games. Come on, man! I gotta find it somewhere. It came out like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
I have no
like
idea.
Smash
I have
or something.
no idea. You can Google it. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard of that before in my entire life.
I'm trying to Google. I can't think of the name.
Okay, well then let's move on then, because clearly it wasn't that good. I mean, I don't.
Well, they've got a new one coming out, and it's not the same. Steep.
I've never heard. That didn't help me at all. I don't even. I've never heard of that game.
Yeah, you did. Steep was their big game. It's like, and it's got all these mountains. And you
I've
travel
literally never
mountain,
heard of that.
And you do races and shit. Okay, anyway, so this is like
I
a
never
successor
played.
to Steep.
If you look at my
We're looking at
trophies
it right
list,
now.
it's probably it's
We're
probably
looking at it
never
right
gonna
now.
be there. I've never.
They're making it look. They're making it look kind of cool, like a mix between nah, god damn it, what's this bike game?
I don't know.
The bike game where you do the bike and you go vroom, 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 and you go through the course and. Huh? Yes, Trials. It looks like a mix between Trials and Steep.
Dude, I've never heard of this game my entire life. December 2nd, 2016. No, I've literally Chevar, if you're telling me I've played this, you're lying. I've literally never played this.
We talked about this on the show before. So.
I don't. Hey, I must have been fucking lying out my teeth because I've never seen this before in my entire life. It looks boring as fuck to you.
Now, yes.
No, I've never No, fuck you. Don't tell me what games I know about.
You forgot.
You forgot? No, I don't remember no lame ass game like this. Real game trash. All right, what else?
Yeah, that was Ubisoft. Ubisoft dumb. They done.
That's it? Nothing else? Nothing else important?
I mean, you don't watch it, right?
But nothing. Okay, Chevar, this is a show that other people listen to. Is there anything else that other people care about?
There's nothing at the moment I can remember from that show that is of significance.
Okay,
other than
cool.
what
So
we talked about.
the Xbox Series S was announced right after it was leaked. It was leaked the day before for $299. So Chevar, I don't think you like the way that I think of what the Xbox Series S is. So explain what the Xbox Series S is, because it's not the Series X. I think it's just a fucking One X with a couple of a couple little extra bells and whistles and upgrades, but not too much. But what do you think it is?
No, I first I need to know one thing about the Xbox One X.
It's discontinued.
Okay. So here's the thing. Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
So what you were saying is that it's just the Xbox One X in a smaller box.
With a couple extra belt. No, like they did like a couple of internal hardware improvements, but not much.
Okay, so what hardware improvements matter?
I mean, as far as I say, the bitch need more teraflops because I like the word, and it need bigger GPU because I like the word.
Okay, so you don't know. But that's okay.
So what's the difference?
trying to pull up.
Oh my god, he figuring it out live on air. He was gonna tell me something about this, but he gotta look it up.
Okay. Anyway, so no, it's not the Xbox One X, because you could argue if you're one of those people, because what do people talk about? Teraflops. They talk about the RAM, right? The Xbox One X has 12 GDD5.
What does that mean?
This has GDD6.
What does this mean to anybody? I'm sorry. As soon as you start talking about PC stuff, you gotta explain it, because I do not know what you're talking about or what any of that means.
Okay. So the RAM in the Series S is better than the One X.
Cool. Thank you.
It's the next speed up. Like, so the X has the 5. This has the 6.
Oh, right? Then what is the Series X have?
There's technically the Series X has 16, but it's at level 6. Technically, the Xbox One X has more RAM, but you
won't use it.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
The Series S has 4 teraflops. If I remember correctly, it's 4 teraflops.
I don't know. I thought it said 12.
Yeah, the Series S.
No, the X has 12. My bad.
The Series S is 4 teraflops.
Okay.
Which is just okay. It has the same CPU as the One X, but CPUs are important, but it's not that important. I think getting this is gonna be kind of a letdown. Yeah, it can do 120 frames per second, but that's gonna be max 1440p at 120. Otherwise, it's gonna be 4K 60.
Okay, so
if that,
pause.
It might be 4K 30.
Pause. So here's my thing with that, right? So you were just saying a few minutes ago how a lot of people on Steam, they don't even have the proper fucking monitor or the proper computer to even run the games, right? So to the average person, because this is the argument I was having with somebody on Twitter, why would I care if all I'm going to be playing my games at is max 1440p and I don't give a shit? Or what if I am getting an Xbox Series S for quote-unquote more casual reasons, so I'm going to be playing lower scale games anyway? So why would I care? Now, I'm not saying literally me. I'm just saying, like, if I was a casual player,
okay, so why do you buy a new console?
Play the new games. That's why I buy it. Play the new games and slightly better. It's for the better hardware, but it's mostly personally it's so I can play the new games and get them in better definition, because I'm eventually gonna have to upgrade anyway.
Okay, so you can play the new games and you can get them running at a better hardware pace or whatever, right?
Right.
Now, instead of making the full step, let's say you had an Xbox One and you can full step up to an Xbox SX or an Xbox SS. Going that half step really doesn't help you that much. No, you're right.
It doesn't.
If the SX can do 4K 120 frames per second, and most people's TVs only go 60 frames per second,
right,
what's the point? But at the same time, the Series S also does 120 frames per second. If you're not going to get it out the X, you're not going to get it out this one either. So you can't say, I might as well spend less money and not get that feature I'm not going to use. You're going to spend less money and still get that feature you're not going to use, but you're going to lose out on other things like graphical fidelity, how well the games are going to run. I mean, if we're talking about what we want from new games, everyone wants them to be faster. They want them to be more open. They want them to look better. They want them to play better. You need the graphics card.
No, okay, that makes sense.
That's what this thing is lacking, is the stronger graphics card. Now, if you're a guy who gets Madden every year, or if you're a Geeta Jackson who just plays indie games, if you're a
Why are you
one of
calling
these
people out by name on our fucking podcast all the time? People we could possibly have on our podcast.
What's wrong? Was that an insult or something?
I mean, that's just a
If you're one of
sweeping
these,
statement.
if
to
you're
make
one of these people
about somebody.
who really buys 1 or 2 games a year, if you're one of these people who doesn't, all you play is Destiny, sure, Xbox Series S is a good buy because you're not really doing much anyway, right? How many experiences are you really missing out on?
Right.
But do
That's how
not
I
think
feel.
that this is a cheaper thing, because it's not cheaper by that much.
$200 cheaper.
No. Because if you're a regular gamer, and when I say regular gamer, I mean by habit, you regularly game, you're going to want more than 512 gigabytes. 512 gigabytes is going to get you nowhere. You know how I know that? I downloaded Fallout 4 and all of its DLC. No mods, nothing like that, on my PC. And how many gigs do you think that
Like
was?
80.
No. No.
Oh, he's looking it up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Oh my god, I have to go to my Steam thing. It's something like 150.
Right. So, but doesn't
That's an old game. No,
Okay,
hold on. That's
okay,
an old
but
game.
with,
If you plan to have more than 3 or
okay.
4 games on your console, you're gonna have to get a hard drive space,
But
right?
Chevar, that's the thing. So Xbox Game Pass, right? Xbox Game Pass, that's what they're banking this whole thing off of, because it doesn't. It also okay. Other thing about the Xbox Series S, does not have a disc drive. No disc drive, right?
Yeah.
Most people who use Game Pass, this is how Game Pass works. We don't have Xboxes, but I have friends who have Xboxes. This is what they do. Game Pass comes out. They buy it. They get the couple games they're gonna play. They install them, and that's the only games they have on there until they're done with them, and then they uninstall them. And listen,
Okay, but how many? Oh, hold on. How many of the base of people who are gonna play consoles are like that, where they're just gonna download the free games available to them, play those, and then delete them, and only play those,
a lot.
and don't have
That's-
favorite games?
Shavar, that's
People don't-
Xbox Game Pass. Yes, there's a lot of people who have Xboxes do that right now.
No,
That's
no,
what
no.
that's what
Listen.
Xbox is banking on right now. That's why the EA thing happened.
A
where
lot
now
of
you get
people
EA, the
having
EA thing
Game
with
Pa-
Game Pass.
Go
Sorry,
say
I was
that again?
finishing my point. I was saying that's why they added the EA stuff to Game Pass for free, and they're upping the price a little bit. They know that Game
Right,
Pass
so
is
they-
working.
So yes, so they've added Game Pass to the Xbox, or the EA Pass to the Xbox thing. But listen to what I'm saying, okay? Hear me out, because I think just because lots of people have Xbox Game Pass service does not mean lots or most of those people are using it as the sole or main provider for their games. Do you get what I'm saying?
I know, and that's what this one is for. That's what I'm saying, is that this
I know,
is
but
kind of
okay.
for
And
that.
so what I'm saying, out of that giant pie of people who could buy consoles, your market, how many of those people are people who only want to download 3 or 4 games, play them, delete them, and not go and have a favorite game or 2 on their console? How many people is that going to be?
A lot.
I don't think it's that many.
I think it's gonna be a lot. I've literally seen multiple videos and multiple people I've seen tweeting about how much they love Game Pass, because they focus on one game at a time, delete it, not go back to it, or they just like to try stuff out. And I know you said standard gamers, whatever the fuck.
There's a
yeah.
difference
Okay.
between using Game Pass and relying on Game Pass.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
there
saying.
are people who rely on Game Pass. Yeah, there are people who don't like buying new games
There
and they wait for stuff
are,
to come to
but
Game Pass.
out of the pocket, the whole group of people they want to sell these
I
things
feel like
to,
you're just
how
making me
many
go
of-
along with your assumption, because we don't know either way.
But because I'm asking you a question and you're not answering that question. You're saying yes, there are people who use it. I'm not saying people don't use it. I'm saying people who solely use it.
Yes,
because if you
teacher.
solely use the Game Pass, then sure, you're not using more than 500 gigs. But how many gamers don't have favorite games that they go to?
Oh, plenty
How
of
many
them will.
gamers?
Plenty of gamers do. They have like 1 or 2 games. But guess what, Chevar? What are those games now? They're free to play. They don't take up too much gigaspace room. A lot of the trouble we'll see from this at the beginning is people installing Warzone and being mad that it takes up half their hard drive space. I can guarantee that'll barely be the first problem we'll see from this, right? So, yes, I know.
But
standard
I
gamer
thought they were only playing Game Pass games, so it's okay.
No, they're playing free-to-play games and Game Pass games, right? So, here's the thing. This is for people who want to use the Game Pass thing. Will there be people who buy this and they're upset that they don't have more hard drive space? Of course. But they're going to be like, well, it was worth it because it was cheaper and it's digital only. And I feel like people are excited about this just off of first sight, right? So I get who this is for. I considered buying one, but now I don't really want to buy one. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to play any Xbox games this generation. I didn't really play any last generation because they were going to let me down. But, I mean, no, I mean, I just don't. Like I said, Game Pass is incredibly popular, and they are pushing the fuck out of it right now, and this is a big sign of that.
Okay, but could I not get in Series X and get a Game Pass and then have space?
Yeah, you can do that too.
Okay, so what I'm saying is the market that this is targeted to, it's false. Because if you're trying to say it's targeted to people who want to pay less...
Then why get a Switch Lite? Then what's the point?
That's different. Because what I was trying to get to, the memory. You could buy Switch memory for... How much is a memory?
Well, it's still missing an entire feature.
It doesn't matter. You can still play the games, and the memory doesn't change, right? If you buy this $299 thing with 512 gigabytes, and you play more than 4 games at once, or you have more than 4 things on your system, there's a good chance you're going to be filled up. Mm-hmm. And guess how much it costs to upgrade?
A couple $100. Chevar, I know people who've had the vanilla PS4, and guess what? They've been suffering the past few years. They don't care, Chevar. They'll uninstall and reinstall things.
You just said they're suffering. Because
Chevar, there are people who don't care enough to replace their hard drives. They will keep playing with them. What's the point of this conversation? I'm confused what's going on here.
I'm saying there's a market for it, but it's really small. That's not the market.
I think it's
most
a huge
of the
market.
people that
I've seen a lot of people saying I'm gonna fucking buy one because it can do a bunch of shit so I can play games casually, and they're gonna play a lot of indie games and shit. It's just like you said. I feel like that's a huge part of the market now. You're getting exasperated over nothing. I don't know why. I feel like we're just talking about something.
Because you're not really listening to the things I'm saying. That's why.
I don't know.
Because I say the market's small, but you're like the market's there. It being there doesn't.
Yeah. When I say it's there, I'm saying it's not that small, Chevar. I feel like you make all these market assumptions and you don't provide proof. There are plenty of people who will use Game Pass just like that and be fine with the 500 gig thing. I think there's plenty of people like that. But can you survive selling those off of that?
Yes. You can't. Those same people who just go and do Game Pass only, guess what? Those aren't the people watching your presentations when you give them. Those aren't the people looking and scouring for Xbox news when it happens. Mm-hmm. They're not. Those aren't the people that you're Xbox for. Those are people you can sell something to.
Yeah, because they're trying to sell something.
Those are the people that are going to keep you floating.
They're trying to sell something. That's it. They're not going for the afloat stuff. They're trying to provide the cheaper console. I don't get. But
it's not.
I don't get what we're
it's not
about.
cheaper.
And I also don't get.
It's not cheaper. So okay, are you telling me?
It is objectively cheaper. Come on now. It is objective. Don't do that. It is literally cheaper.
Listen to what I'm saying. You're telling me most of the people who buy this thing are not going to want to add more storage.
They're going to want to, but they won't.
Why won't they?
Because they bought the smaller console. They're going to deal with it.
Why would they? Because
they knew about the smaller console. I know, Chevar. Like I said, it doesn't make sense. I don't agree with it. I don't think the logic making any sense. But I know plenty of people who still have their original Switch memory card, still have their original PlayStation 4 hard drive, still have their original Xbox One hard drive. And guess what? They fucking deal with it. They delete stuff and they go back through. They don't have the wherewithal or give enough of a fuck to replace their hard drive. They don't. I don't know what else to say. I know a lot of people who have never even opened their PlayStation 4. They don't care to. They just want to play games. They don't care if they do have to delete the last game they haven't played in a couple months. so that they can re-download it later after they play this one. They don't. People can play it all the time. There'll be people like, oh man, I deleted a game and now I gotta re-download it so I can play it tomorrow. Guess what? Dumb motherfucker's still gonna do it and still get another hard drive. So yeah, Chevar, I still stand by my point. Plenty of people are just not gonna buy hard drives. And then you're gonna do the facepalm thing. Is this what we come here for? Is so I can give an opinion and you just like facepalm and go
so do you
the whole time?
So knowing after I said what I said,
Mm-hmm.
that it's not big enough. If you're gonna upgrade, it's gonna cost you just as much as getting the regular version.
Yeah.
Do you think it's still a good buy?
No, I never said that. I just said that the people who want it are gonna buy it. I don't think the Switch Lite is a good buy. I don't think that. Okay, Chevar, let me put it in simpler terms so you can move past verbatim what I'm saying. I think a lot of people will buy it. There you fucking go. So I don't know.
My point wasn't that a lot of people will or won't buy it. My
what are we
point
even
is that it's a
talking
bad
about?
buy.
Okay then, good opinion. What else is there to say about it? I don't think it's a good buy
Well,
either,
that's
but
what
I
I'm
think
saying.
that it
If
has.
I'm
I
saying
think
it's a
that
bad
it's a
buy,
product that's out
and
there
everything
that
you
people
say
will buy
is
that is very
against the-
popular.
What?
I said I don't think it's a good buy, but guess what? It's gonna be a popular buy, and a lot of people are gonna dig it. I can guarantee I'm going to see multiple videos tomorrow. Fuck you. I know plenty of people I'm going to see a video from tomorrow who are going to be saying, wow, this is great. I'm definitely buying one of these day one. And they will talk about the memory and they'll probably say, that doesn't matter that much anyway. I don't think I'm going to use that much memory.
Because you know why? A lot of people are assuming it's going to cost the same as memory does now. And it's not.
No, Chevar, because they're not thinking about buying memory. That's what I just... Oh, God. Okay. What else do you have?
No.
I'm not doing this back and forth thing, because now I don't even know what you're getting exasperated about. You're getting mad about the fact that
I'm not getting
I'm
Pico.
providing another
Here's the thing.
take on something.
No, it's just I'm trying to say something, and you respond in opposition, but then at the end of the day, you're not saying opposite to what I'm saying. So I'm trying to figure out what you are trying to say.
I'm saying that there's a market for it. It's going to sell great. It's going to help them out in the console war because people want cheapness, if anything, because people are fucking broke right now. That's what I'm trying to say. What do you want me to do? Why do I have to, is this fucking court or something? Do I have to fucking, like, provide you, like, simple documents what the fuck else do you want, dude? I gave you an opinion.
I just want to stay on topic when we're talking about
I was on topic. How was I not on topic? You kept bringing it off topic.
Because
being like,
I'm not
no,
about
you don't understand. You don't understand. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. What?
I'm not talking about people will or won't buy it.
Then what are you talking about?
A lot of people. I'm talking about it being worth buying.
And I said I didn't think so, but I think that people are gonna buy. What's the problem?
My problem is when I started talking about it being worth buying, all of your arguments to that were arguments.
For people who want to fucking buy it, and I don't want to buy it. Wow, I can't talk about both? Is that impossible? Jesus Christ!
I don't know. It doesn't mentally make sense to me.
Chevar, no, it makes sense. I'm talking about something, and then you just don't like that I'm talking about it in a way that isn't conducive to what you... I don't know what the fuck you want me to say.
No,
I think I was just supposed to sit there and let you go.
Completely
different. How was I talking about something different? You still haven't explained that. You said I was talking about this. And then that's all you say. You don't say anything else.
I'm talking about the value and if it's worth getting. Mm-hmm. And you go this way and talk about people will buy anyway. Okay,
because
fine.
of this value that's in it with Xbox Game Pass. I don't understand what was unreadable about that or unintelligible. Also,
anyway, so the Xbox One X is going to be $499.
Xbox One X doesn't exist anymore.
Xbox Series X. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yes, it does matter. That's the whole point. They're fucking up this whole thing by renaming consoles the same thing they named the old ones. There's an Xbox One S. And now we got an Xbox Series S.
So anyway, that is $499 versus this $299. I think if you're gonna get one, the $299 is not worth it. Especially because a lot of people, like earlier we talked about, don't know what they're fucking talking about when they talk about computer parts. So IGN had a video out today, or not today, yesterday, and I can't find it anymore. So surprise, about how the Xbox Series S is going to be faster than the PlayStation 5.
Okay, so you never explained this to me. So it objectively.
Well, let's listen to the IGN clip. First.
No, I don't think we can listen to clips because I don't want to get fucking copyright stricken. Okay.
We can't listen to everybody else listens to other people's stuff. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. It'll be layered on YouTube. I don't know what's up with your audio, but every time you play something, it's layered.
That includes ray tracing and a max frame rate of 120 FPS. In fact, the only hardware difference between the two sibling consoles, aside from hard drive space, appears to be the GPU. GPU will feature less RAM at a slower speed to accommodate the console's output of 1440p as opposed to the Series X's 4K. However, since both feature the same CPU, that potentially makes the Xbox Series S faster than the PlayStation 5 and for half the price.
So this is how you know someone doesn't know what they're saying, or they just clickbait.
Okay, so he got to the part you didn't like. So what is going on?
Gigahertz. This means that Microsoft's $299 next-gen console features a processor that runs 0.1 gigahertz faster than the PlayStation.
So his whole thing is that because the Xbox Series X has a 100 megahertz faster CPU than the PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series S has the same fucking CPU, that the Xbox Series S is faster than the PlayStation 4. That is totally bogus. What does that mean to you when they say faster? Because you brought this up the other day, and I was dumbfounded.
Okay, so I don't find a problem with what he said because he said potentially. He didn't say it is faster.
It's not potentially faster.
Yeah, no. So he said potentially. Potentially means it could be.
Yeah, he's wrong. Still, there's no potential there. That's like I'm potentially.
So are we just nitpicking here? I don't get what's going on here. So
no,
the guy
it's
said
wrong.
That,
it's not nitpicking.
How is it wrong? Just tell me how it's wrong because I heard what he said and I don't see what's wrong about it.
Because you're going after it.
I don't see what's wrong about it. I don't think that what he said is necessary. He's theorizing and speculating on something. It looks like somebody took a video that this guy made 5 minutes after he made it and just picked it apart. So he said
this is
potentially. IGN. Yeah, I know.
This is IGN.
I know. And look, the fucking thumbnail says, "What an awful take" by some fucking guy on YouTube, right? So what I'm trying to say is, he didn't say it is. He said potentially. He's just making a fucking news video for YouTube. It's the equivalent of us doing this. So I don't really, I don't really hold that.
Okay, if I say
so, he's
Joe
also
Biden
saying he's also
potentially
saying
Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Is that okay? Because there's potential there.
Okay, well, if we're gonna use fucking scarecrow shitty ass arguments, I'm not gonna fucking answer that. That's a dumb question, Chevar. You know it. So here's the thing.
Okay, let's try again. And that.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Go throw something else out so you can validate your point. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, the potentially part is also false.
What is the definition of potentially?
There's a chance it could.
Right. So he's basing that off what? It's 0.1 what? Bigger than the PlayStation, right?
What is 0.1 bigger?
The CPU. Chevar, I'm asking you a question so you can help me make my point. What is he saying is bigger?
He's saying the CPU is 100 megahertz faster.
Yeah, so fucking quizzing me like a goddamn teacher. Right. 0.1, right? 0.1 faster. He's making a simple assumption that he didn't say it was true. He said it's potentially. Based on the fact that it is literally 0.1, right? Now, what you were saying was that 0.1 ain't that big of a difference. I agree. So, will we actually see it be faster than the PlayStation 5? Probably not. And if it is, no, it won't be because it'll run all the things around the same level. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
sure.
Let me explain this.
I don't even know why I show up. You should do this shit like fucking Mark Maron.
Let me explain this.
Yeah, go ahead.
The CPU speed has nothing to do with how fast the consoles run.
Mm-hmm.
The CPU speed has not all of that. All like how quickly you're jumping back and forth, your graphics. That's all your GPU. And like we said earlier, the Series S has 4 teraflops. The PlayStation 5 I think is at 10. It is not in any way going to be faster than the PlayStation 5.
Okay, I don't know why you said that like William Shatner.
That's like saying person A is taller than person B. Person A must be fucking faster than person B. Or possibly faster than person B because they're taller. Why
do you talk like William Shatner? What is with all these fucking pauses and shit?
It's my
Jesus
hero,
Christ.
William
No, it's
Shatner.
your Joe. You do the Joe Budden thing where you like space things out like other people are stupid or something. Yeah. So
anyway.
Yeah. So what's okay? So he made a mistake. What's up? What's wrong?
No, it's not a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
It's just IGN. It's not just some dude on YouTube. This is
right.
IGN.
Right.
These
So
are
news
people who are
organizations
supposed
aren't
to
allowed
be-
to make mistakes. I know.
No. This isn't just a mistake. A mistake is misreading a word, a number, or not understand. No,
this is also a mistake.
he's supposed to be giving you news, and
Mm-hmm.
he's talking about. I mean, listen to the things he says. He's talking teraflop and core and GPU, and most people don't know what the difference between a CPU and GPU is anyway. But the way he's talking, he's pretending like he does, or at least giving up. And it's either A, clickbait, where they can put that title up, and they're gonna get a whole bunch of people who don't know anything, and they go click it.
Yeah, they're readers.
He's arguing bad
Readers.com.
faith. Huh?
Nothing. Continue.
Or B, he really doesn't know what he's talking about. And both of those things are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad on the journalistic side because you shouldn't be talking about things you don't even at least research. It's bad if it's just because they're trying to get more clicks. That's bad. And it's misinformation. Because after you said that, I saw it at least 20, 30, 40 other times on Twitter and on YouTube and all that garbage.
I mean, all I saw people say is that it had bigger bigger CPU than the PS5. That's what I saw people say. Mostly.
And
is that
but
not,
do you
is
think
that
this
not
video
objectively
from
true though?
Huh?
Is that not like objectively true though?
Not necessarily, because
If it's
that
literally
speed that they
if it's
show
exactly
there is
0.1, then how is it?
Huh?
If it's 0.1 bigger, then how is it not objectively bigger than the PlayStation one?
Faster, you mean?
So what's the 0.1?
The CPU you're talking about?
What is the 0.1? What is that? What is it?
It's megahertz. Not even. It's megahertz.
Megahertz for
it's-
what?
The clock speed, the speed of the CPU.
Okay, so it's 0.1 megahertz faster.
I think if you're not running it in SMT,
What is SMT?
multi-threading. So when
What is multi-threading?
When I'm trying to explain it, if you open your ears, when one core acts like two cores.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably going to run in SMT most of the time. That has nothing to do with the speed.
All right, so that's your problem. You just think that the guy said something wrong, right?
No, he's not just wrong. He's either wrong or misleading, and that's bad from a giant publication, IGN.
Damn, that sucks. A news publication was wrong about something in 2020. That's fucking wild.
No, don't do that. You're trying to act like, well, technically it is a little faster because it's got 0.1.
No, I'm not saying. I said the guy probably made a mistake or did something wrong. I just don't see why we're talking about it like this. I mean, it was information that was just released. People are going to interpret it wrong.
That's a mistake.
People
that's
don't understand
admissible.
teraflops and stuff. I mean, like I said, I just don't think I didn't see the point in dedicating the whole section of our show to it.
So you're saying that's okay then? You're a journalist. You're saying that's okay to talk about.
Oh, you're a journalist. Oh, you're a
I'm asking
journalist, so
you.
it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Play the clip again. Play the clip of what he said again, right?
All right.
And look up the definition of potentially.
Microsoft just dropped a ton of information on the Xbox Series S, including internal hardware specs. On paper, the Series S will have the same graphical features as the more expensive Series X. That includes.
That's wrong. Right there.
On paper.
That statement right there. On paper, that's not even true. That's
Okay,
not true.
Based on what?
It's a complete lie. Okay, all right. Let's.
No, okay,
Oh, okay.
okay. So continue. What else? What else did he say?
Yeah, I'll
And how long after the announcement was
frame
this?
rate of 120 FPS. In fact, the only hardware difference between the two sibling consoles, aside from hard drive space, appears to be the GPU.
So he just said the only hardware difference, besides the hard drive or the drive, of course, is the GPU.
Right.
When he just 10 seconds earlier said they have the same graphical prowess.
Right. Or is he just saying how they're going to?
Do you not see how that doesn't make sense?
To do some of the same graphics.
What?
I don't know. I'm kind of tired of talking about this. I don't see the point of the conversation anymore.
All right. Okay. Well, if your whole thing is just to defend whatever I'm going against.
I'm not defending whatever you're going against. I just don't see, I get it. It sucks. It's just, I don't see how it's that egregious.
You just told me the other day, I'm going to get the S because it said it's going to be faster than the thing. It's misinformation. And now you're like,
that's not what I said. I didn't say I was going to get the S instead of a PlayStation because I didn't say any of that shit. I said I'm going to get it because it's cheaper and it was got a good thing and people are saying that it's this. I didn't say I'm getting this instead of a play. I didn't say any of that. Okay.
I didn't say, if I said instead, I didn't mean to, but that's what you said. You're getting this. And the highlight of what you were saying was it's faster than a PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't the highlight.
And you didn't make that up yourself, did you?
No, I didn't make it up myself. That wasn't the highlight of
you
what I said.
You heard it
though.
somewhere, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that's misinformation spreading. And when you get it from a giant news publication like IGN, isn't there a problem with that?
I wish you put this much energy towards non-game news.
I mean, I do, but we don't talk about that on the gaming podcast. So
we don't talk about it ever. You ain't got no depth on that.
Right. So it's only important if you like to talk about it. All right. Well, that's good to know. Thank you for listening to the show. Yeah. You got any recommendations?
Nothing this week. Nothing besides what I said top of the podcast. Yeah, no. Thanks for coming, guys. Make sure to tune into Super Chevy Bro Twitch. And I'll be on there every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday streaming video games and stuff.
What time?
7 p.m.
All right, and you can follow us on Twitter at Super Chevy Bro. You can see us on Facebook at Super Chevy Brothers, and send us an email at superchevybros with an S at gmail.com. We answer any and all comments. And I say that because we have zero.
That's a cool way to market your podcast to advertisers.
All right, good for you. Thanks for listening to the show. This has been a good one. We'll see you next time.